Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another exciting episode of CSGO News. First off, today we have Fnatic Plessen, the newcomer, the 17-year-old on Fnatic. Keywords there, 17 years old, was actually given a 24-hour Twitch ban on his stream because he was actually CSGO gambling on a roulette game. So Fnatic Plessen was banned, but by the time this video actually goes up, he will be unbanned. So the full CSGO Reddit was going outraged because, you know, they have so many other CSGO bettors out there, but they forget because Fnatic Plessen is underage. So that was clarified, you know, he is one of the younger players in the CSGO scene, so he's not allowed to gamble. It's against rules, even though behind the scenes we're all doing it, and I know all of you guys who are underage are gambling too, because it's an extreme addiction. But yes, Fnatic Plessen will be unbanned by the time you see this video, but he was banned for a short time being. Also in exciting news, as I said a few days ago, the Eleague was announced, the first televised CSGO scene to start on May 24th, and instead of going over the full 24 team lineup, I'm going to go over instead the 4 to 6 teams that I thought should have been invited, and then go over the 4 to 6 teams that I thought shouldn't have been invited that actually were invited to the Eleague. So hope you guys all enjoy that. Again, it's all going to be opinionated, and I want you guys all to comment down below what teams do you guys think deserved a chance and didn't get a chance, and what teams do you guys think got invited but shouldn't have been. So leave a comment down below what you guys think. I'm curious to see what you guys say. And again, this short section of CSGO News is going to be totally opinionated and just my thoughts, but I want you guys to share your thoughts as well. Now for the first 5 teams that I didn't really think actually belonged here, or maybe had to, you know, maybe deserved a little more qualifying and actually should have played a little bit more to actually qualify for the E-League, and the teams I think are questionable to be invited are Renegades, Optic, Complexity, TSM, and then finally Echo Fox. I know we're going to have a lot of people disagree with me because there's a lot of fans here, but I do think those are the 5 teams that should have been on the line for actually deserving an invite, and they should have been on the line with these 3 teams, and my top 3 picks for that were Selfless, Tempo Storm, and Godsent. Teams that have been performing very well as of late, and Tempo Storm, a team that seems to be, you know, excluded from all these events, all these tournaments from qualifying. I do feel really bad for them. Selfless Gaming on the rise as of late. You know, the past month or so they've been playing a lot of good matches, and then Godsent had a long run in DreamHack Malmo. A lot of people didn't expect that, and I'm pretty sure when E-League actually decided their top 24 teams, they never really had Godsent on their radar because they were previously ancient and they weren't doing anything like the 3rd to 4th place placement that they had in the DreamHack Malmo tournament. So I do feel bad for those 3 teams, Selfless Gaming, Tempo Storm, and Godsent. I think those are teams that all should be on the line. But again, when you're only picking 24 of the top world teams, there's always going to be those outsiders. It's just like the NCAA tournament. There's always those teams that kind of deserve to be in but kind of don't. So kind of a questionable topic all in general. But I'd love to see what you guys say. And this next segment of CSGO News is probably something that's going to surprise you, and I really want to hold this section to that because I don't want to, you know, keep on telling you guys news that a lot of you guys already know. So here's a surprise segment. Probably the best Turkish team as of right now in the entire world is the team by the name of Space Soldiers. Now if you guys have not heard about them, again, they're a team from Turkey. The organization started back in 2015. If you guys had heard about them, it was probably this year in the Global Esports Cup when they got kind of destroyed in a 2-0 sweep by Mouse Sports. Again, that was in January of 2016, so not too long ago. And then the past couple weeks is when they really started to take off and define themselves as the best Turkish team in the CSGO community. You know, it's kind of funny, you have Tyloo coming out of the Asian scene, and now possibly Space Soldiers making a name for themselves, as in the last couple of weeks alone they actually beat SK Gaming in a 2-1 sweep. SK Gaming being one of those newer E-League teams, you know, that goes way back in the organization. Not as good as they used to be, but still SK Gaming, a well-known team. They beat them 2-1 in the best of 3. Then they went on to beat Godsent and sweep them 2-0, and they also swept today. And as of right now, if you guys watching this last night, they swept Dignitas Gaming. So 2 of those teams, Dignitas and Godsent, 2 teams that went quite far in DreamHack Malmo. This Turkish CSGO team, Space Soldiers, comes out of nowhere and sweeps both of them. So it's really cool to see this team come up. And again, I don't know their lineup and their full names. I will put those on the screen right now because I don't want to mispronounce them. I know their names, but I just don't want to, you know, butcher those names. So those are their profile pictures and the names. That's the team. And I do want to talk about this really quick. I did want to catch on it because this team could explode in the next few days, and I just want to catch it before everyone else, you know, kind of bandwagons on. So if you guys have any other like tiny secret news that you guys want CSGO to news to kind of catch on, like this story, hope you guys all do. If you guys have heard about Space Soldiers before, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, Jake, I've heard about Space Soldiers way before you did, and you're probably right, but I do want to touch on them. They're looking great as of late. That rhyme time. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't know what news to share. I'm out of news. Frick! I'm pregnant. No, I'm not. Well, okay. Now, there have been a ton of ECS and ECA matches in the last week or two, and I really do want to cover them because that's how CSGO News started. I was covering a bunch of games that happened the day before, and I really want to post the scores on the board, but there's so many matches here that I want to touch on. I just would take way too much time up. So anyway, the only match I really want to count on here, or actually recollect on, was FaZe Clan beating Fnatic in a best of 3, actually in 2 matches, a 2-0 sweep. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. They beat Fnatic 2-0 on 2 maps back to back, and quite convincingly as well. Now, as you guys know, Fnatic does have Plessen in, the 17-year-old European player for Olaf Meister, so obviously they're not near the team they used to be, but still, FaZe Clan competing quite well, and a bunch of teams actually having a bunch of upsets. I will share those with you guys probably at the end of the week, recollect on all those ECS and ECA matches, but seriously, a lot of things going on, and FaZe Clan taking down Fnatic 2-0, no one would have guessed that. Was that like a stupid segment of news to share? I don't know if that was pointless or if I just wasted your time. As always, guys, by the time you probably see this video, I probably will have broken 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot, there is no way I can thank you enough in this video, so please comment down below. I've been trying my best to take my time and reply to every single comment, but again, from the bottom of this part of my body, the heart part, thank you so much. Seriously, you guys have been amazing. The support and the feedback has been great. I will continue to share with you guys CSGO news, even though I'm usually a day late. I just love doing it. It's so much fun. It can be really stressful at times, but seriously, thank you all so much for 10K. I guess it's like my 10K special video. I don't want to do anything too special. Maybe do a giveaway in a week or two. Stay tuned for that. But as always, live, love, laugh a lot. Remember, I like you. I'll see you in a couple days in another CSGO news video. Remember, goodbye. Okay.